असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय. Sahanatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma vidvishavahai. Shant, Shant, Shanti. Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityo ma amritangamaya. Om Shant, Shant, Shanti. Good afternoon, guten Tag. How are you all doing? Keeping well? You all had your lunch? 1:30. So the traffic on this road has increased phenomenally after the opening of the flyover. We thought the traffic would come down, but rather the opposite happened. People who used to travel on Himayatnagar Road, they are also now using this road because there is a bridge flyover now, 2.5 kilometer flyover. You can directly land there in Vidyanagar if you just, get onto the bridge here. It is just double the traffic. Earlier it was not that busy. So if you are coming on two-wheeler, you have to be a little alert and careful. And my suggestion is, please wear helmet compulsorily. Okay, it's very, very important. Make it a habit, it just takes 1 minute. So afterwards, you will feel uncomfortable without helmet. Your mind will compel you to wear the helmet. In the beginning only, it takes little time till you get habituated, till it becomes a habit with you. So right, please see page number 17 for today's quote, if you have this prayer book in your hand. Something on education. So these pages contain some of the ideas and thoughts of Swami Vivekananda on education. As young people of this nation, you ought to know. Anyway, you ought to think you all have completed your education now, almost over. But tomorrow you are going to become parents. Okay, you will raise kids. So at least to educate them well. What is true education? As a parent, actually, you should have clarity. Right, the second quote on page number 17. The very reason of nature's existence is for the education of the soul. It has no other meaning. It is there because the soul must have knowledge, and through knowledge, free itself. If we remember this always, we shall never be attached to nature. We shall know that nature is a book in which we have to read And that when we have gained the required knowledge, the book is of no more value to us. The next quote on page number 18. We want that education by which character is formed, strength of mind is increased, the intellect is expanded, and by which one can stand on one's own feet. So there are two wonderful quotes. The whole of nature is there just to help the soul get the right education. We all are here to learn the lessons of life from this school called the world. ప్రపంచమైనటువంటి బడిలో మనందరం పాఠాలు నేర్చుకోవడానికి వచ్చాం. When you have learnt all the lessons, then the nature is of no use to you. You don't require the world. You will become Buddha, enlightened. You will not be reborn again in this world. Till you actually learn your last lesson, you will be reborn. Death is only karma, it's not a full stop. We are here today, tomorrow we are not there, tomorrow we will die after some time. Again we will be reborn, again we will die, again we will be reborn, again we will die. This cycle is called samsara. It will continue. How long it will continue? Till you attain enlightenment like a Buddha, Vivekananda. Till that day, you will come into this world. You have to learn the lessons that you ought to learn. So that's what Swamiji meant to say. When the nature is there to educate the soul, we will not be able to complete all the lessons in one birth. The actual proof is people like Buddha. And the next quote, as Swamiji is saying, we want that education by which character is formed, the strength of mind is increased, the intellect is expanded, and by which one can stand on one's own feet. Swamiji here delineating 4 objectives for education. We all have passed through schools, we all have passed through colleges. Why should we learn education? Why should we go to schools and colleges in the first place? What education should give us? We all understand that education is a kind of empowerment. What is the difference between an illiterate person and an educated person? An educated person is better equipped to face the challenges of life. Yes or no? కదా ఎందుకు స్కూల్స్ కాలేజ్కి పోయి అంత డబ్బులు ఖర్చు పెట్టి టైం పెట్టి ఎనర్జీ చేసి we want to educate ourselves because education is a kind of empowerment. It helps us actually, it equips us to face the challenges of life with ease. That is the idea. And that's why Swamiji is saying it should help us build our character, the first objective of education. The second objective, it should make us strong. It should help us in gaining the strength of mind. Okay? Mentally you are strong. Then only you can face the challenges of life. A third objective is saying that intellect is expanded. You are not in your narrow confines. Okay, you have broad perspective towards life. You look at it from different perspectives. A situation comes. Okay, you have a better view, better perception of everything because your intellect is an expanded intellect. You are not in a narrow groove. And the last objective of education, it should help us to stand on our own feet. It should help us to get employment. Okay, that is the last and the least objective according to Vivekananda. The first 3 are more important. But unfortunately, today our education system is not equipping us, empowering us in any of these areas. It's very unfortunate. It's sorry state of affair, but that's a fact. Why is it so? I don't have time actually to explain the whole of it. Tomorrow also I will continue the same topic. You just look at our education system in schools, what happens. The children are made to sit there, okay, day in and day out for nearly 15 years, from LKG to almost degree, till you into college also. What is happening there is syllabus is set. There is set syllabus. The teacher after teacher comes into the classroom and the children are made to listen, passive listeners. Okay, whatever the information that is there in the books, in the form of syllabus, that is crammed into the brain of the child. And the child has to learn the lessons, means he has to by heart those things and then he has to write exams. Quarterly test, half-yearly and final examination, he has to get grades and marks. What is happening in the process, because you are loading the brain with so much of information, the child doesn't get time to think, reflect and ponder. So it's not helping the child to sharpen his intellect. When the intellect of the child will become sharpened, will get sharpened, when you give questions to the children and then ask them, you respond, you just come out with answers, then they start exercising their minds. In the process, their intellect becomes sharper and sharper. Are we allowing the time for the child? We are not allowed because the syllabus is there. That's the problem. The teacher is, preoccupied with completing the syllabus. The managements are preoccupied with completing the syllabus. The children, they don't know how to process that information. Too much of information, you load the brains. And today, all the psychologists are saying, educationists are saying, geniuses in the world are saying, 75% of the natural intelligence of a person gets destroyed in the very conventional process of education itself. Instead of sharpening the intellect, ఏం జరుగుతుందంటే మన కన్వెన్షనల్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ సిస్టంలో మన న్యాచురల్ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ అంతా గెటింగ్ డిస్ట్రాయిడ్ అంట. That's the reason sometimes when you look at an educated person and uneducated person today in our society, educated person is more confused. Uneducated person is very clear. It's easy to train him, it is easy to teach things to him because he has not muddled his brain with too much of information. His mind is very clear. So the objective that actually helping a child to sharpen his intellect is not happening because there is too much of syllabus and the children are, made to by heart those things, and which is not helping them to sharpen their intellect or to, help them blossom their own natural intelligence. There is so much of natural intelligence in every human being. And there are other reasons for that. I will continue with the story tomorrow also. Thank you. Nice afternoon.